Hey guys, so this is probably taking me about 20 minutes to find somewhere to talk to you guys because I'm having one of them mornings where every time I look in the mirror, I just don't want to look in the mirror. So anyway, more to the point, this video is going to be a middle splits tutorial. People that vlog like on a daily basis, how do you get such perfect angles? Because I really struggle to control this thing, like two hands, one hand, high above. I'm not even going to go below because it's going to give me a double chin. I don't get it. So just before we start doing the middle splits tutorial, I'm not a physiotherapist and I'm not a scientist that knows all about hips and backs and everything, but I am a personal trainer and a yoga teacher, and I just kind of like use my own experience, my own knowledge just to help you guys out what's worked for me and just like what's worked for other people in my classes. So I hope you guys can take something away from it and don't get put off if you can't do it straight away. This is like an ongoing journey. Oh, by the way, I didn't mean a scientist. It just kind of came out like that. You need to get your body nice and warm. So I've just done some cardio upstairs on the gym floor. Anything like do a little bit of rowing, do like some running. If you're not in a gym, run around the house. Just get your body warm so we're ready to stretch safely. So just before middle splits, I find doing after your cardio like some lunges or some bodyweight squats or even weighted squats really helps. It really helps me to get my hips even warmer. I've decided to do this tutorial in this studio today, not at home. Don't worry if you haven't got access to like a gym or anything, you can still do this one at home. Like my other splits tutorial, I tried to make them quite quick, quite simple, easy to follow, I hope. Yeah, so let's go. So I'm hugging a foam roller, as you know. If you watched my last splits video, I always start with foam rolling. I'm not going to teach you how to foam roll. You can look at my other video and watch on there. So now we've finished foam rolling, and you're probably thinking, why is she laying on the floor for? But this just seems to be the best angle, to be quite honest. So I'm now going to use this pillar. Again, it's in my splits tutorial, so I'm going to do this super quickly and probably put it on fast forward mode when I edit this, so you'll get an idea of what to do. But when I start my middle splits, I always open up my hip flexors first.
Sure I am and I'm still breathing. Staring at my thoughts floating up to the ceiling. I'm swimming in everything you said. I'm thinking about jumping in it. Instead I got you skinny.
So after you've done your hip flexors, I usually warm up my front splits just so my hips are starting to feel a little bit warmer. Okay, cool. So some of you might be thinking, well, I can't do splits, full stop, so what's the point of me carrying on watching this video? Don't panic. Like I said, it's like an ongoing journey. But a good one now to start practicing is your pigeon pose. So I'm going to direct you through your pigeon pose. So for your pigeon pose, I'm going to show you my right leg, do both sides. You're going to bring your front leg in front of you, bend the front knee, Square your hips up, so use your hands, lift up to square your hips up. If you have a mirror in front of you, it's always good so you can see that your hips are nice, are in line. You want to turn over your back toe so it's pointed. Again, keep lifting up and sitting down into your hips. You can grab a block if you're, and put it underneath your right butt cheek. So if you're doing your right leg, then right butt cheek. If you're doing your left leg, then left butt cheek. And as you sit there for longer, your hips will start to open up nice and slowly. So long, deep breaths. And then as the hips start to open up, then you can start to bring your front foot up a little bit higher. And then again, lift up higher, lift up and square the hips. After your pigeon pose, bring your front feet together, sit up nice and tall. Hold onto your toes or your ankles, wherever you want to hold. Tilt the tailbone up. And you're just going to make little butterfly legs up and down, side to side, whatever you want to do. If you find it really hard to get that little pelvic tilt, sit your bum on a block. So now your hips are nice and high, and it's just a better posture to have. Again, long deep breaths and just let the hips start to fall open. Okay, so this is like the main one really. So you're going to spend a little bit of time, straddle your legs, sit nice and tall. You're going to just start to tilt your hips in and out, and then again in, out. You want to do about, I don't know, like 10 on each side. You might not even get a little hip tilt. When I first started doing this, I was like, can't move my hip. But then the more I decided to start working on my splits, the middle splits and flexibility, the more my body started to respond to me. Okay, so now we're just going to start to walk our hands forward. So it's like we're going in towards our pancake stretch. So I keep my toes pointed, keep your knees up, and yeah, so try not to let your knees roll in and your big toes touch the floor. Knees up. Start to walk your hands forward and going down into your pancake. Don't worry if you haven't got a flat pancake, that's fine. Come onto your forearms or even hold it here. Okay, cool. So now your hips are a little bit warmer. Coming onto your forearms, I like to roll into my box splits. And like I told you, my hips are really tight, so I really struggle. So I'm still working on my box splits quite a lot. But they've developed so much. I like to do this thing on my feet, flex, point with either foot. I roll into my box splits, and I know my big toes are touching the floor and my knees are turned in, but I warm up here because this really does get my hips open. And then when I feel a little bit more warmer, I start to walk my hands up and keep bringing my hips forward. Okay, cool. So, like I just said, I like to roll into my middle splits. Some people, it might not work for them that way. So if it doesn't work for you that way, bring your hands onto the floor, take one leg out and the other leg out, so you're in like a little forward fold. Start to slide down this way. Even if you hold it here, or if you hold it here, come onto your heels, start to slide down a little bit more. Walk the hands back, just start to slide down more and more and more until you come up to the floor. Alright, so the next one, these are going to be like 2 little extra stretches for you guys, just to kind of play around with. They involve kettlebells. So you don't need to use very heavy ones. These are like 4 kgs. So these 2 exercises go like this. You're going to sit yourself up against a wall. Just like the butterfly exercises we did at the beginning of the video. Sit nice and tall. Bring in the kettlebells onto your knees. You can rest your back on the wall. And you really want to breathe into this and just like chill out, stick some cool music on, sing to yourself, I don't know, whatever. Okay, before we do the next one with the kettlebells, I'm really sorry about what angle this is gonna end up like, but it's a little bit complicated. Grab the kettlebell, turn it upside down. Kettlebell upside down, gonna put it on top of your foot. So you're gonna keep holding onto the kettlebells. You're gonna roll back. This is gonna be the funniest video ever. Legs up to the ceiling. You can hold the kettlebells all the way down or just let go of them nice and slowly. Let the weight of the kettlebells pull your legs down. Thinking, how the hell am I going to get out of this? Grab your legs and lift them up. Bend the knees, take them off. You want to lift your leg up. If that's too high, just bring it down and bring your bottom foot out a little bit more. Turn your toe out to face the corner, so don't have it parallel, turn it out to face the corner. And then you're going to start to push in towards your hips. And you're just going to hold it here. Then you're going to do exactly the same with your legs straight and let your hips fall in. Again, keeping your toe turned out, so it's like a middle splits. This time, you're going to tilt your tailbone underneath. So I hope you've enjoyed this middle splits tutorial, and you can take away some exercises just to keep going, keep practicing, make it into a habit to, you know, start focusing more on your flexibility. This goes for everybody from pole dancers to weightlifters, etc, etc. I'm just giving you what I know, my knowledge, and what's worked for me and my classes. So any questions, any comments, then let me know. Find me on Instagram. I will leave all my details probably along this screen somewhere. Anyway, I shall see you later, guys. Sorry, I thought that was a really rude way of me to say bye. So see you later, guys. Bye.